we have 15 x squared plus kx plus 30 equals. Since you know that would be identity equation, I will save time and space. I will make some room over there and write down the right part over here. What is the right part? 5x plus 5 times ax plus b, this right part. And they ask you to find, it works for all x's, and find k. One of this way, use distributive. Equals 5ax squared plus 5bx plus 5ax plus 5b. Factorize these two guys. Factorize. Put x beyond the parentheses. And after that, put beneath of this one. 5ax squared in the same structure. Plus, instead of k, I would write 5b plus 5a times x. Why? Because this is coefficient in front of x. If after factorization, it would be coefficient in front of x. And plus 5b. Now they equal to each other. Look at this. This trinomial, they symmetrical. From here to find k equals to 5b plus 5a. My goal to find a and b. From another side, this is one guy, right? From another side, this coefficient must be equal to each other. 5a equals to 15. Divide by 5 as parts. A equals to 3. And 5b equals to 30. Divide by 5 as parts. 6. Now 5. Instead of b, you can factorize this as well. But anyway, instead of b, you plug in 6 plus 5. Instead of a is 3. And you have 30 plus 15 is 45. The identity equation. To make it equal, make the same structure. Who understands this concept? 100. Who has question? Ivan, you have questions? Why don't raise hand? Ivan? Okay, good. I have a question. Okay, anyway. Sometimes they ask you to, and you can do instantly. Look at this. For instance, without solving too much, if they ask you to find b for all x's. If you have this, what we have it originally, right, for this one, for all x's, to find b, choose convenient x. For instance, x equals to 0. This cancel, and 5b equals to 30. You can do it mentally, equals to 6. Use this property. If you work for any x, choose convenient value for x, right? Because sometimes the x could be. This helps you to save time a lot. It was what is it? 14, right? 14. Let me go to another one. Okay, number. Which one? Number 19, right? Again, ask me after this any questions if I miss question. Number 19. You have cosine 5 pi over 6. And they ask you to find value. Well, one of this way you can use calculator. Another one, let's say you know that phi equals to 180 degrees, if it's more convenient for you. It's the same like cosine 5 times 180 divided by 6. It's cosine of 150. If you make a unit circle, and this is 90, you count counterclockwise. And this angle is 180, entire angle. And this is 150. So this angle is 30 degrees. And cosine is projectile to x-axis. And what is cosine of 30? Cosine of 30 is minus cosine of 30. It's negative square root of 3 over 2. And they ask you to have multiple choice of this. Why negative? Because it goes to the left part of here, see. And definitely you can use scientific calculator, or who needs help how to know all this cosine? Let me see. Very okay, no problem. Yes, I will help you, Jasmine. Be well. Be well. Okay. Welcome. Only one condition. So be well at home. Enjoy this and do all stuff what we did. We send you by, if you have nice quality, sometimes Google works not the best way. We send this entire lecture for you. Okay. Well, students, who need help with all this stuff? Who this 30, 40, 45, 5. Okay. So they show how to use fingers to know all this stuff. Who would like to get this table? Fingers. Okay, for instance, let me create a table for you. Let's say I have here. I have room here. And this is make a table and I show how to use fingers. And this is angle theta. 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. Basic specific angles, right? Like this one. And we have sine of theta, cosine of theta, tangent of theta, and cotangent of theta. Let me make a finger here. Then this is my fingers here, only for explanation. Maybe not the best picture, but okay. And I count from this side to this. There is no fingers here. No fingers, 0. This is 1. Number 2, number 3, etc. Right? And formula is square root of number of finger, I don't know, of finger divided by 2. For instance, how to find sine of 0? I'm talking about this line, about sine. This for sine of theta. It will be here, square root of 0 divided by 2, which is 0. This one, square root of 1 divided by 2, which is 1 over 2. This one, square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. This one, I need more room, square root of 3 over 2, square root of 3 over 2. This one, square root of 4 over 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Easy, and this what we have for sine. Okay, this mnemonic rule. How understand this 100%? 100 right now, 100. Just practice, it's not difficult. What about cosine? So since sine, cosine, cofunction, just read it backward. This becomes the first one. This is just backward. Square root of 3 over 2. This is square root of 2 over 2. This is 1 over 2. And this is 0. In our case, look at this. How I use this table? Cosine of 30, square root of 3 over 2. But how are we supposed to know sine? This is the first quadrant, the second quadrant, the third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. We always count angle counterclockwise. 150 degrees, it means angle in the second quadrant. And this is cosine angle, right, for cosine. And you see this is negative. Just put minus in front of this, that's it. If it were 30 degrees, well, it would be, if 30 degrees, it would be just square root of 3 over 2 positive. So far so good. So to get cosine, just write it backward. Understand this step. Good, 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 Evelyn. Now, how to get this guy? you know the tangent theta is sine of theta divided by cosine of theta. It means what? Divide this by this, this by this by this, just divide, you get this answer. What about cotangent of theta? Cotangent of theta is cosine of theta divided by sine of theta. So it means you have to divide this by this. Only keep in mind, for instance, 1 divided by 0 does not exist. Or in this case, tangent of 90. 1 divided by 0 does not exist. And after that, just fraction division, and don't forget to normalize the result. Normalization, it means get rid of radical and denominator. And this brief table, definitely you can use Desmos very fast, or use this approach. Practice with this. It's a good idea to know, because in many cases, when you go to college, not necessarily you use calculator, but this is forever. And don't memorize too much. Okay, any questions about this problem? Okay, if you don't have any questions, we'll go to another one. If you have questions, without hesitation, ask them. Number 20. Bless you. My request, students at home, solve all this problem analytically and in Desmos. If you have any difficulties with this, let me know. 20. In 20 we have sine of 2x plus 13 equal cosine of x plus 6. What the value of x? You know, students, if you have a triangle and this is angle A, this angle B, and this 90 degrees. If sine of A equals to cosine of B, and B is 90, you see this? They complementary. It's the same like cosine 90 minus A, because B plus A is 90 degrees. They cofunctions. What is it? It means A plus B if they cofunctions. Always 90 degrees. And this is the same sine of angle if a cosine of this angle. They cofunctions. So 2x plus 13 plus x plus 6 equals to 90 degrees. Or 3x plus 36 equals to 90, right? In this case. And if you subtract 36 from both parts, this is 54, and this bring down 3x. Divide by 3 both parts, 18 degrees. Whole functions. Who understand this 100%, student? 100. Good. Next, students, it was 20. Many students ask 22. What is 20? Oh, box and whisker. You know what? I believe that we need to review this. Let me do one thing. Could I go a little bit deeper in box and whisker plot? Put your hands, raise your hands. You know what I do? Just so let me bring one of my, I have tons of this flash, probably this one. This is yellow or blue, let's see. Which one? Probably, let me try this one. Okay, yes. We spent couple, maybe 3-5 minutes, and you will be expert on this because it's Google Gaga questions. And you will forget probably. Okay. This is my hard drive, right? I mean flash. Yes. I need more room here. Yes, I have room for mouse. Okay, students. Can you see my screen, students? Raise your hand. Okay, good. I make it a little bit bigger. That's good size. A bit small. Like this. Box and whisker. So pretend you have a set of numbers, right? Let me make it a little bit more room here. And they scramble. You have to unscramble. Step number 1. Put them in ascending order. Smallest, bigger, 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 bigger. So far, so good? Easy. Rearrange them. I can make, let's say, in slideshow mode. Let me do this. Maybe it would be better for you. Okay. From current slide. Is it better, students? Yes. So you put them in ascending order. Next, find the median, which is a middle number if you have odd number of numbers, or if you have even number of number, find two middle number. So far, so good. And this is the median, 12. Okay, if you have any questions, ask me. If you don't have questions, don't ask. Okay. Now, upper and lower quartiles. We split it by two pieces. Find the lower and upper medians of quartiles. So look at this. All data we split by two pieces, to the left and to the right. Now we have to find median in this set and in this set. Let's do this. You know how to find median. This is median. Since we have 6 number, median in between of these two. 8 plus 9 divided by 2 is 8.5, you name it lower median. And it is the same on the right part. Upper median is 14. Any questions, students? Who understand up to this point? Rhetoric question. I believe everybody, right? It's clear. Mark, check mark. Yes, good. Thank you. Just listen. Now we're ready to construct the actual box and whisker graph. Let's do this. You need to draw an ordinary number line that extends far enough in both directions to include all the numbers in your data. Number line. Locate the main median. Remember, it's 12. Blue line. Locate the lower median. 8.5. And upper median, which is 14. And they in end points. So draw a box. This is a box. And now you remember this is the left, right, and this blue one is represent medians here. Extend out whiskers to the data smallest number 5 and largest number 20. Okay. And this is 5 and this is 20. Label the part of box and whisker plot. Now let's go through these names. This step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when you build it. And this is median, upper quartile, lower quartile, lower extreme, and upper extreme. The key thing, you have to know terminology. Actually, nothing else, just put lower extreme and upper extreme. So far, so good? Now, what is IQR, interquartile range? Difference between upper quartile and the lower quartile. Again, if I return to this one, look at this. How to subtract this? From this one, upper quartile, you're supposed to subtract lower quartile. Exactly what you have in your test. Okay. When you subtract, you get 5.5. That's it. We spent like 3.5 minutes, and you know perfectly understand this. Yes, students, any questions? What is difference compared to test questions what you have here? Nothing, it's the same, just different numbers. And you can practice with this. Do you have any questions before while here about this? No questions, okay. Since you don't have any questions, let me close this PowerPoint and switch the screen. Okay, students, let me arrange everything. Good. They like this question, but my point is nothing here is difficult at all. It was 22. Next is question typical question. Evelyn and different student ask 25. What is 25? Can you see whiteboard, students? Can you see right now whiteboard? I switch it? I believe yes, right? Good. Good. In 25, this is black, right? You have Y equals to x squared plus 9x minus k. K is constant. You have another line. They intersect y equals to x minus 5. And we have only one point of intersections. And you have to find k. So since they intersected, they have common points. So you can combine this right part together. And you will have x squared plus 9x minus k equals to x minus 5. Normalize it. Minus x and minus x. Plus 5 and plus 5. And we have x squared plus 8x plus 5 minus k equals to 0. If you have only one point, when we have one point, if you have equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, and discriminant equals to 0, and what is discriminant is b squared minus 4ac equals to 0. They have two the same roots, so it means 1 point. So find discriminant. Discriminant equals b squared is a to the second minus 4. This is hidden 1 times 1. And this is c, value without x, times 5 minus k equals to 0. Or 64 minus 20 and plus k equals to 0 multiplied by 4, 4k. This is 44 plus 4k equals to 0. They ask you to find what? K in this case? This k, I will just be sure. Minus 44 and minus 44. 4k equals to negative 44 divided by 4 both parts. Negative 11. Okay. To understand up to this point, 100% students, 100. Good, good, good. If you have any questions, ask me. It was 25. Next is when you 6. In 26, what we have? X squared minus 10x plus k equals to 0. Has two roots, a and b. Roots. K is a constant. A minus b equals to 6. What is value of k? This is quadratic equation. According from Suavieta theorem, you have to find two roots, two numbers which being multiplied by itself give you k, and add them together will give you 10. You're talking about root 10 supposed to be with opposite sign, which is 10. And how you can get 10? 10 you can get when if 1 times 10, 10 is 2 plus 8, 1 plus 9, 3 plus 7, 5 plus 5, 4 plus 6, and 3 plus 7 we already have, right? But difference between them supposed to be 6. Difference between them delta. This is delta. Delta equals to 2, 0, 4, 8, and 6. So only here we have difference when they 2 and 8, and they ask you to find value. So if one of these two, doesn't matter which one, let's say in our case is B, and A is 8, product of them A equals to K, 16. Okay, who understands this 100%? 100. Simple logic. Good. So we finished completely module 1. If I miss anything in module 1, tell me. Ask me any questions before I go to module 2. Do you have any questions for module 1? I explained majority. Some nice student ask about bathroom. Okay. Put your hands down, go to bathroom, 2-3 minutes maximum, come back, raise your hand. Ivan, put your hands down. Come back and we continue module 2 right now. Okay, good. Okay, students, I'm waiting for Ivan and Timur Malik. Timur Malik, you here? Anyway, let's join this group. Good. Put your hands down. So let's go through module number 2. Module number 2, the first question is number 5. Module 2. Number 5. They give you x square x. What is it? X cube or x square? Let me see. Module 2, x cube plus x minus 1 divided by x minus 1. X minus 1, right? And then let me show that this one. It's the same like fraction where you're supposed to divide numerator by denominator. Let's do like you did in school. X to the third plus, you can write 0x to the second plus x and minus 1. Complete. It's supposed to be like chain. 3, 2, 1, 0 power. And divide by what? X minus 1. Step number 1. So x to the second. X to the second times x is x to the third. X to the second times -1 is negative x to the second. So everyone understand what I'm doing? Who understand what I'm doing here? How you do long division? Timur Malik, Dilrabo. Find a number which being multiplied dividend divisor quotient. Quotient and divisor is supposed to get number closer to this. Base, this is our goal. Now, 0 times x squared, there is no x squared. Minus minus, it will be x squared. Bring down x. Plus x. X times x is x to the second. X times -1 minus x. X squared minus x squared cancel out. X minus negative x is 2x. Bring down -1. Plus 2. 2 times x, 2x's. 2 times -1 is -2. 2x minus 2x cancel out. -1 minus -2 is the same like -1 plus 2, which is 1. And this remainder 1. Now you can override this. This is your quotient plus remainder divided by the divisor. This will be the answer. Who understand this 100%? 100. Just division. You study also synthetic division, etc. Whatever. You're doing this is fine. Okay. Next is, it was number 5. Okay, what is next? Is, based on your questions, Number 6. Be careful with this small digit 6. You have 6 roots of y to the third power. Multiply by fifth root of y to the fourth power. And divide by y to power -1. And this equals to y to power value power b. I give you formulas which you need over there. A to power m times a to power n, am plus n. A to power m over n fraction power means nth root of a to power nth root of a to power m. And finally, am divided by an, am minus n. 1, 2, 3. So better to operate with fraction power than with radical. It's more universal, more convenient if people invented this later after radicals. So let me override this in the same like y. I use a space to power 3 over 6. Base of formula 2. Instantly simplify, it's 1 over 2. Multiply by y to power 4 over 5. And divide by y to power -1. So far so good. Now, based on formula 1, it would be y to power 1 over 2 plus 4 over 5. And divide by y to power -1. Like you did in third grade, how you add fractions. This is 5, LCD is 10. And you have y to power 5 over 10 plus 8 over 10. And based on formula 3, minus -1. Minus -1, which is y. This is 13 over 10 plus 1 over 1 or 10 LCD is 10. Y to power 23 over 10. And this equals to y to power b. This is b, not 6, b. Okay, exponential equation. Left part equals to right parts. Bases are the same, so exponents are the same. So b equals to 23 over 10, or 2.3. Who understand this 100% of this point, students? 100. Okay, who has questions? If you have questions, okay. Always operate with powers. It's better. Next is number 8, you students. 8. In number 8, what we have? You have quadratic function. g of x equals to m times x minus p times x minus q. MPQ constant. The graph y equals to g of x opens downward. And the coordinate of vertex both positive. Coordinate. Okay. Both positive. Which following must be true? So you can make a sketch of this. I don't know how or how it goes, but it's supposed to go downward. And this coordinate of vertex positive. So what we know in this sketch? If it goes downward, for sure, m must be negative. Okay, look at multiple choice, what they ask you about. Okay. Okay. And what is it? P and Q, these roots. Okay. And if this is positive, what is supposed to be? This root supposed to be also be positive, because in this particular case, if one of the negative, it would go like this. It could go. But we know this is for sure positive. To have it positive, must. Must is very strong word in English. It means in any circumstance this graph. Because in this case, vertex guarantee is positive, because vertex is midpoint of this point. So we have P and Q positive. Just make a sketch. Understand this 100%. 100. Veronica? Mark? Okay, students, we have signal. We have my must has to is 100% certainty. Might, should, ought, could, 50%. So if must is a signal, let's say my student professional who taking programmer certificate. In programming, we have a lot of questions with word must. Must is 100% certainty, not 99, 100. Only in these circumstances you can guarantee this is 100%, not might. Okay, good. Keep in mind this one. This was number 8, number 10. 10. If y equals to k, and y equals to 1/2 x minus 1 times x minus 5. K is a constant. If his system has exactly one solution, which the following is K. Okay. So one of this way, you can do two different ways. For instance, I can make a sketch For instance, x equals to 1, x equals to 5. This is 1, this is 5. Midpoint 1 plus 5 by 2 is 3. And this is 3. Right? If you make this one. System, and k is a constant. So what is supposed to do? Since this coefficient, leading coefficient is positive, you're supposed to make somehow this parabola like this. This is how it looks like. Okay. And this is 3. How to find y? Plug in here 3. And we have what? 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. 2 and 1 over 2 cancel out. It would be negative 2. And this is negative 2. Sorry, it's supposed to go like this, negative 2. And they ask you if this is only one solution, it means this line y equals to k must be tangent, touching common point to this. So k equals to negative 2. If k is bigger, we have two solutions. This one way. And the second way, this is probably the fastest way. And the second, understand this way, Just semi-mental, right? Ivan, durable. Another way, just I show this, you can do by your own. Okay, this one, but a little bit longer. X minus 1 times x minus 5 equals to k. You use distributive, rearrange this, and you get like ax squared plus bx plus c. Arrange this one. And c will comprise with k and some number. Only one solution, it means discriminant is supposed to be equals to 0. And from this one, you can find this k. This is faster. The second way we did already today. Who understand both ways? Both ways. Okay, good. Good idea to know both ways. Okay, number 11. 11. Pretend I have a graph like this and like this. And we have shaded this one, this region. So first of all, how to solve this problem? They ask you which one related to this solution. First of all, you can easily, based on points on the graph, you can find slope and you can find equation of graph. I did this, and this graph is y equals to x plus 1. And this graph is y equals to negative 1 over 2x plus 4. How do I know? This is 4, y-intercept, this is 1. And slope I found like y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So far so good. And you see this line is solid. And this area is beneath of this line. It means this is supposed to be less or equal to this because beneath of this. and this above this line, so it's supposed to be greater or equal to this. Okay, let's say I have this one, y greater less or equals to x plus 1. Look at format of multiple choice. Do you like to unscramble, right? Minus x and minus x, you have negative x plus y less or equals to 1. Multiply by negative 1 both parts. What you get? X minus y, change sign of inequality to opposite, equals to negative 1. You instantly get what? D is the first equation. In the same manner, unscramble this one. Who understand this 100%? This 100%, 100. Okay, good, good, good. It was 11. Well, so test is not complicated. I would say between easy and a little bit medium. 12. So even I see this question not complicated, but you ask me A, B solution, what is A plus B? To save space and time, I will write the second one. 38x plus 22y equals to 12. What is A plus B? It's x plus y. Look at this. If I multiply this by 2 and this by 1, and multiply after that, select Control C, Control V, write it over there. It would be 76x plus 44y equals to 24. I plug in over there. If I subtract, I instantly get what? It's 1x plus 1y equals to 3. It's all solution. Good idea if you look at this in a moment, instead of solving this equation, you do this step. Who understand this 100% up to this point? 100. Okay, good, good, good. Definitely you can use your Desmos as well. Number 13. Some student asked what we have a number 13. Let me find this. Already close it. 13. Absolute value of x minus 3 equals to x. Classical definition of absolute value equals to a if a is greater or equals to 0 and negative a if a is less than 0. This is classic. It means you have to always split it by two pieces, two branches, like dragon with two heads. X minus 3 equals to x, or x minus 3 equals to negative x. By definition of absolute value. Minus x and minus x, negative 3 equals to 0, which is impossible, garbage. Ignore this. Minus x cancel out. -3 equals to -2x divided by -2 both parts. 3/2. Okay, so always when you have an equality or equation with absolute value, split it by 2 branches. Understand up to this point? 14. Very fast. Fourteen or 15? Let me see this. And 14. Yes, 14. Teacher has a certain number of books. One number each student. Let's say X number of students. When the teacher tried to distribute 5 books to each student, there are 17 books left over. So everybody got 5 books. We have 5x so far. Number of books is 5x plus 17. Okay. The first case. And the second case is, however, if teacher attempt to distribute 6 books to each student, there are shortage of 17 books. So when 6 books, what we have? It's smaller, right? So 6 books is not enough because we have to add, let's say, shortage 17 to make it balance plus 17. Or you can write 6x minus 17. Whatever. For instance, I can write here 6x minus 17. And after that, I can do it mentally plus 17 and plus 17 because shortage. And you get what? 6, and you can subtract 5x from both sides. Okay. This x cancel out equals to 34. That's it. Okay, so far so good. Go understand up to this point. Next is easy. Next is 6. Let me check this one. 16, which most frequent question. It's number 16. 16, which one? I look in this. Okay. Who would like to read 16 word problem? Anybody? Put your hands down. Who would like to read number 16? Text question. Who asked me 16? Probably 16. Evelyn, would you like to read this, please? 16.
Yeah, R equals T plus K over T minus K. The given equation relates the numbers R, T, and K. Which equation correctly expresses T in terms of R and K?
Okay, thank you. It's module 216, right? We'll find this 216. Here it is. I do, yes. Thank you. It's not word problem. I opened the wrong page. 16. So R equals to, yes, T plus K divided by T minus K. What else you to find? Find T. Well, cross multiplication. R times T minus K equals T plus K, or distributive. RT minus RK equals T plus K. Isolate variable with T. And plus RK. Cancel out, you have RT minus T equals RK plus RK plus K, or T times R minus 1 equals to K times R plus 1. Divide by R minus 1. And this would be us. So far, so good. Many questions based on operation with formulas. Okay, this one. 16. 17. Triangle DEF. I think, what is it? 17. You have a triangle DEF. D is U, and this is E, and this is F. Tangent Q equals cotangent V. Okay. Bring the following true about triangle. So with it, remember, I just give a hint again. If sine of, I don't know, U equals cosine of V. So how do you name this function? Cofunctions. I just did a few minutes ago. It's the same like tangent and cotangents, cofunctions. In this one, we did today U plus V equals to 90. As well, they're cofunctions. And this is U plus V equals to 90 degrees. Okay. Understand this 100%, 100. Cofunctions, this definition. Okay. If they're 90, so definitely this angle also 90, because total supposed to be 180 degrees. Who really feel that cofunctions total supposed to be 90 degrees? Who really feel it? So practically everybody, right? This is just definition, but you can illustrate by unit circle. Anyway, 17. Now, the students ask about 18. It's also word problem. Who would like to read 18 out loud? Put your hands down, somebody. Probably Veronica, 18. Veronica, try to read 18.
Sorry, Dr. Farber, I don't have the PDF open yet.
Okay, who can read 18 students? 18. Okay, probably Mark, smiley face, 18.
The study tested a new blood pressure medication. 300 people with high blood pressure were chosen. Half took the new medication and the other half took a placebo. The new medication group had lower blood pressure than the placebo group. What is the best conclusion from this study?
Thank you. Very nice reading. Very nice. And you see in multiple choices, everyone knows who knows what is placebo? Who does not? Put your hands down. So in pharmaceutical, sometimes people give imitation of pills and see how it works, right? And many medication not necessarily work right now. And from this information, you can see that medication D is likely effective for lowering blood pressure in people with high blood pressure. Yes. From this you can, I can show, would you like to see how difference in placebo in reality, in the real medication? Who would like to see this? I will show this couple minutes from one of my, if I have on this flash drive, since anyway I show this. Put the hands down. I show some of my. So what we're doing, many years, we create idea of this company. I'm scientist, I use it bioengineering, pharmaceutical, nanotechnology, and we prepare smart people for those companies. And one of our field is mathematical modeling and drug design. We have been working for this for many years, and now we develop like pioneer new medical drugs. Why I mention about this? Because whatever you do in SAT, it's not just SAT. It's connected with real life. I show some of this stuff what we're doing in my other corporations. Couple minutes. If I have on this flash, I'm not sure. If I have, I show. If not, next time. Just a second. Screen. Can I see my screen, students?
Yeah, maybe she couldn't see me.
Okay, I skipped this few slides from here. We created first in the world dynamics of adapting substances in their application. This one. And let me show this few slides. Let's show this one from current slide. This is better, right? And this is my company. And what we're doing here, you will see placebo from this one. Know how to switch it. Okay, good. Real effectiveness of existing drugs. And this amlodipine. Amlodipine is for blood pressure. I will not go in depth of this. And look at this. The first is placebo. And this effectiveness of amlodipine that you buy in pharmacy, just 45%, etc. Can you see this stuff? Okay, next one. Placebo 38, and effectiveness just 42. Anti-herpes. Placebo 15. Effectiveness is 34. Imagine you get an SAT 34%. Will be happy? In many cases, medical drug does not work in this case at all. And this is placebo. When people get like imitation of pill, right? And you think you get the pill. And this almost no difference here at all. And few words what we did here. we created a drug which can be customizable for patient inside of patient body. I show some stuff here. This new step direction to personalized medicine. Okay. It becomes personalized in patient body. It adjusted to anybody's body. You see, like here I made this. And one is very important. Maybe some of you will be in medical fields. Classical approach. Okay. Area of changeability is very small. And mutation of slippage effect of body is bigger, this green one. But microorganisms change configuration very in big range. And these drugs becomes not efficient at all because bacteria, in order to survive, area of changeability is much bigger. Okay. And we created a way. This is our dynamic drugs, which area of changeability much bigger. It's smart drugs than any existing bacteria. And this is our drugs. Usually drug is like one lock for one key for one lock. In our case, and this is in our case, we have special approach for, maybe I did it a little bit fast, but if you want to have this, this is against of cancer. Okay, I can show this. You see this our drug, this normal cell, healthy cell, and only cancer cell consume our drugs. It's very smart, malicious cell. And what happens next? We block synthesis of protein, and they shrink, they dying cancer cells. And this is our result. We made experiment in mice in Lewin's carcinoma. It's very serious carcinoma in lungs in mice. And this cisplatin, which is commonly used drug right now, give you 27% of survival rate. Our give you 100% in 40 days, you see? Our, etc., etc. So if you're interested, I can go through this stuff. We work with antiviral drugs also. This is how they penetrate our membrane. But when you have our drug, this albuvir, we name it, it blocks. You see, it blocks possibility to go inside of this cell membrane, etc., etc. There's a lot of stuff. If you're interested in this, we can spend for this. But I show what I did here. I show that it's like 30 minutes. You see how many combinations we have? 2 to power 216 is huge amount. No bacteria has in the world has this kind of changeability, and we did this for only one of these, 2 to power 216. Definitely, whatever they change, we already changed before. And even vaccine, etc., etc. If you'd like this, I can send you a video. You can look at this in one of these congress, if you'd like to see this idea. But I show that placebo is key point of this. Who would like to get this video? We send the link. Okay, we have, when you get this one of this video, inside of this video, we have link to another video. One is bigger, one is smaller. Smaller is 30 minutes. Now let me switch to this one. Screen and continue. So again, SAT is not SAT itself. Many questions related to real life, whatever we have here. Okay, keep in mind, we teach conceptual thinking here, not just solving a problem. And you see everything interrelated. It was before I explained you number, this is 18, and now number 20. Number 20. Can you see whiteboard, student? Raise your hand. Sometimes I switch. Can you see my whiteboard? Yes. See this. Number 20. Number 20. Area of equilateral triangle. Pretend this equilateral triangle. ABC. And area equilateral equals 225 square root of 3. What the length of side? Side. Well, you know formula for equilateral triangle area. So it's area for equilateral equals s squared square root of 3 over 4. What is s? Is the side. In our particular case, x squared times square root of 3 over 4. This equals 225 times square root of 3. How to find x squared? I multiply both part by reciprocal. 4 over square root of 3. This and this cancel out, this and this cancel out. I have x squared is 225 times square root of 3 times 4 divided by square root of 3. Cancel, cancel. 800, 900. 900. How to find x? Take square root of both parts. And this equals to 30. Okay, who understand up to this point everything, students? Next few questions. 21 and 21. Let's do 21. So again, SAT is great opportunity to prepare for your future career. That's how you develop your analytical thinking skill, especially conceptual skill. When you see concept, how it works in real life. And in addition, use your what? Calculator. Two similar cone-shaped cells. Two similar. One and another one. Pretend they're similar. And this height is x, and this height is 3x, 1 to 3, 3x's. Volume is 150. This A and this is B. Volume A is 150. What volume of B? Volume of B. We did many times. If two solids are similar, then the ratio of their volumes equals to cube of linear ratios. or this is 150. This cancel out. This is 1. You get VB divided by 150. 3 to the third is 27 over 1. Cross multiplication, you get VB. One line problem. Who understand this 100% up to the students? Okay, good, good, good. We did many times. Did we? Yes, we did. Okay. You should ask number 23. F of x equals 5 or negative 2 times x plus 3. This is given. Okay. Both the base of coefficient and y-intercept in the graph. And they ask you to, in multiple choices, how it look like. Well, go step by step. It's 5 to power negative 2x minus 6. It's equals, when you have already there is am times am plus n. I can represent this by 5 to power negative 2x times 5 to power negative 6. A to power negative m equals to 1 over a to power m negative power. It's the same like 1 over 5 to power 2x. Multiply by 1 over 5 to power 6. Look at multiple choice what they have. And this is, what is it? 2x, right? Or you can represent, look at this. 1 over 5 to power 6 commutative property times 1, I looked at this format. 1 over 5 to the second to power x, which is 1 over 5 to power 6 times 1 over 25. I look to format we have to power x. Just basic formula, nothing else. Who understand 100% of this? 100. Timur Malik, yes. Okay, few more questions. 24. Number 24. 25 x minus k squared y equals to 17. And kx plus 5y equals to 1. And what we know, they have no solutions, no solutions. Make a sketch. When they have no solution, when we have two parallel lines, we have m1 equals to m2, and b1 not equals to B2, because if equal, it will be the same line. And how to find the fastest solution? The coefficient must be in proportion since line parallel. So 25 over k equals to negative k squared over 5 and not equals to 17 over 1, or negative cube k cube equals to 125, or k cube equals to negative 125. Take cube root on both sides. You have k equals to negative 5. K equals to negative 5, and you have to check. Is 25 divided by negative 5 equals to 17 over 1? No. Great, this would be solution. We always have to check, because this is condition B is supposed to be different. Who understand 100% up to this? Okay. It was 24, now 25. So I refer to graph you have. Let's say you have Cartesian coordinates. And you have this, and you have this, and you have this, and you have this. And this, if you name it asymptote, you know asymptotes, right? When you study calculus, you go through asymptote special class we have for this. But here, just briefly, they give you this graph. And what the question? They said this y equals to f of x. With the following should be coordinate of this. Let me, since it's not calculus, I'll write here some answers here, multiple choice. A, f of x equals x divided by 1 plus x. B, f of x equals to 1 divided by this minus 1 minus x. C, f of x equals to 1 divided by 1 plus x. And D, f of x equals to x divided by 1 plus x. Okay. And look at this. If we see this, like we say, you know what is asymptote, right? The graph approaching to this in negative infinity never intersect, as well as here, never intersect. Why? Because this is, you look at this graph, you have 1 everywhere. This is negative 1. Why it happens? Because you can't divide by 0. In which cases, if x equals to negative 1, you get 0. Here, if x equals to negative 1, it would be 2. Not, this would be 1 minus negative 1 is 2, no. 1 plus negative 1, 0, good. And 1 plus negative 1, 0. Instantly, I cross out these two answers. From this graph, since x cannot be negative 1 because you divide by 0, it's either C or D. In one shot, you eliminate 50%. Who understand this 100%? Now, some specific points over there. If you look. You know, when x equals to 0, y equals to 0. Plug in, for instance, C. F of 0 equals 1, 1 plus 0, which is 1. No. 0, 0. This is 0, 0. Not good. This also eliminate. G. F of 0 equals 0 divided by 1 plus 0 equals 0. Bingo. The only answer. I only checked two item in this one. Instantly get the answer. Who understand 100%? 100. Again, we can have special session with asymptotes. But usually when we build graph in calculus, we spend time to study, but not for this. This is obvious. You can do 2 steps and you got it. Okay, finally, one more student ask for 26. Veronica, Evelyn, student from Europe. Okay, x minus 5 times x squared plus 4x plus k equals to 0. K is constant. Equation has exactly one real solution. Which the following could be the value of k. So if this equals to 0, x equals to 5. This already have a real solution. We already have one real solution, x equals to 5. In order to satisfy these conditions, they're supposed to have no solutions, no real solution. When discriminant b squared minus 4ac must be less than 0. Because if it's not less than 0, we have not one real solution. Or b squared is 4 to the second minus 4, k is 1, c is k, is supposed to be less than 0. Or 16 minus 4k is less than 0. Minus 16 and minus 16 cancel out, negative 4k less than negative 16. Divide by negative 4 by negative 4. And don't forget to change the sign of inequality, greater than 4. If you look at multiple choice, this is k is greater than 4. And what we have? A2, B3, 4 does not work. Only 5. Only 5 is greater than 4. The answer is D. Okay. Practically answer all your questions from this test, almost recast questions. And my estimation, this test was not difficult at all. Many of you, smart kids, you can get definitely perfect score for both modules. Right? So far, so good. Do you have any questions from today? No questions. So let me give you homework. Let me give you homework. So I write over there. If you don't have questions. 12.21. Redo notebook. Whatever you did here in the class. Redo notebook. Redo test. Redo test 10. Use both analytical and this. Every question, practice this and this. If you have any questions, how to do this platform, explain. you will get another one. You get digital, probably number 11. Let's see this. Digital is AT, number 11. So I prepare some questions. If you have time, we can practice together in a class. Probably 11. Number 4. I will send you link for what we did here for medical drugs, to develop your vision. Okay, drugs, because I use mathematical modeling before. And one more thing, in previous group, one nice kid asked, it was 7th grade, about conceptual thinking, and she asked about about mental math, right? And I explained my attitude toward mental math, etc. If you'd like, I can send. It's for 2 days, more than 300 people watch this, and this is, I explained from different perspectives. Who would like to get this as well? For the mental math, don't pay attention, 7th grade. Okay, for conceptual thinking. Because, only 20% of people can think conceptually, only 20%, unfortunately, in data of same psychology. Now, students who are not here today, and some of you ask us opportunity, we send you this lecture. You're supposed to do every time you open your handouts, not just watching with popcorn. Open this, open your handout, solve entire lecture. So far, so good? Just a second, как schedule? We have the same schedule during this small vacation what we have, okay? No questions? If you don't have any questions, have a nice evening. Be strong, be well, enjoy math. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Dr. Farber.
Bye,
Bye,
Dr.
thank you.
Farber.
Oh, yes.